For this problem, we're going to solve the following quadratic equation by factoring. So first off, keep in mind that a quadratic equation should always have all of its terms on one side set equal to 0. So the first thing we need to do for this problem is move that 8 over so that we do have it in proper quadratic form. Now we do need to factor this problem. Now we are factoring a trinomial with the leading coefficient that is not a 1. I typically do this by using the process of no-fuss factoring. So this is how that goes here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my parentheses. Okay, and a no-fuss factoring, step 1, take this first term here, excluding the exponent, that 3x, and write it in the first position of each one of these parentheses. 3x, 3x. Step 2, take the first number times the last number. 3 times 8 is 24. Give me everything that multiplies to get 24, that adds or subtracts to get 23, your middle number. Right? Multiply to get this, add or subtract to get this. Now we have 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. But we are looking for what adds or subtracts to get the middle number here, the 23. So we want the 1 and the 24. So we're going to put in the 1, we're going to put in the 24. Again, doesn't matter which spot it goes. I can flip-flop these. What's most important is the signs that we're about to do that go in front of the number. Rule of thumb with signs, whatever sign the middle term has, that needs to go with the bigger number. Okay? Otherwise, look at your back term over here. If this is positive, these are going to have the same sign. If this is negative, they're going to be different. Since ours is negative, we know they're going to be different. So since the minus goes with the 24, plus has to go with the 1. Last step in no-fuss factoring, we need to reduce one or both of these factors. So you'll take a look at your first factor, look at the numbers. Does 1 and 3 have anything in common? No. So we would just drop that one down. Look at your second factor, 3 and 24. We can reduce that by 3. So let's divide out that 3. And when we do so, we are left with an x minus 8. And we're dropping the other one down. So this is our quadratic equation in factored form. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over here, because once we have our equation in factored form, we are using the zero factor property, which tells us to split these up, set them each equal to 0, and solve. So add the 8 to the other side, and we get our first solution that x equals 8. Subtract the 1. Divide by the 3, and we'll get our second solution that x is equal to a negative 1/3. Remember, for quadratics, look at your exponent in your problem. That is assigned to tell you about how many answers you're going to have for each problem here. So quadratic equation 2, we do have 2 solutions.